Hey, what's going on, everyone? Back with a little knife comparison. Today we're going to be looking at the Chris Reeve Sebenza 21 versus the Chris Reeve Large Sebenza 31. Yeah, this one right here, so this is going to be a Knife Art exclusive. This is going to be the first 21 that I've ever owned, but I have way too many 31s right now, this being a plain Jane 31. But I kind of always wondered, and maybe I didn't find all the differences. Like, honestly, I just kind of sat there comparing these two, and I was I did not do any Google searches or anything like that, but I think I have a pretty good idea for the differences between the 21 and the 31. Yeah, we're gonna go over those differences in case you're in the market. These 21s obviously are older than the 31s, but we're gonna kind of see here that they're very, very, very closely related. And if you can get a really good deal on a 21, you're not missing much with the 31. So we'll jump right into it. This should be a pretty short video. So the most obvious difference between the 21 and the 31, which, you can tell your friends, hey, you figured this out now, is going to be this hole on the show side here of the Sebenza 21. The 31 does not have that hole. Honestly, couldn't tell you why. I tried to think about it very holistically, being like, oh, what was the benefit of this hole? What purpose did it serve? I don't have an answer for you, but if you do see a large Sebenza with a hole in it, that is going to be a Sebenza 21. So that's going to be the first difference. The 31 does not have that hole. The next difference that I saw rather was the blue anodization, and so this one right here is a plain Jane one, does not have the lanyard pin in it, but I do have this carbon fiber inlay 31, which does have the lanyard still attached, and the blue is just a lot more bright in the 31 than it is the 21. And to be honest with you, I ended up taking this 21 apart to get the lanyard off, just because I'm carrying this thing a ton. I love this thing. I may do just a review on this 21 because I am so obsessed with it. But the pin here, at first I thought it was like a smaller diameter than the 31. It is not, but the anodization and the color is a lot brighter on the 31 than it is on the 21. So I don't know, kind of thought that was interesting. And before I go any further too, and apologies, I kind of forgot to do this from the jump, but as far as comparisons go, so this is going to be both of these are large Sebenzas, 21, 31. I just wanted to do a comparison to a Spyderco PM2, so you can see that. Looks like that. And then the last knife that I wanted to compare these two is going to be my Strider SNG, so it looks like that. So we got a large Sebenza 21, large Sebenza 31, Strider SNG. Looks like that. All right, the next difference between these two knives is going to be this lock bar cutout, and I did a good job of taking a couple pictures before I did this, but to make it more clear to you. But certainly the lock bar cutout is more pronounced on the 31 than it is the 21. So they definitely did more, chamfering of that lock bar cutout on the clip side, and it honestly, it looks like they kept the specs on the show side, so this side, but this side, it's no contest. They definitely chamfered the 31 a lot more than the 21. The next difference that I noticed almost immediately, this was kind of, it really stuck out to me, was the pocket clip angle. So the pocket clip on the 31 is kind of canted. Again, I have some pictures here. I'm going to stop saying that because I'm just going to overlay them. But the pocket clip on the 21 is going to be almost vertical, whereas on the 31 right here, it's going to be canted a little bit. So I think they did that just for the comfortability in your pocket, whatever. Like if you're a stick figure, you weigh 98 pounds, it'll be a factor. I have carried both of these knives and both of these both these three knives, no, I can't tell the difference, to be honest with you, but I'm sure it had to do with comfortability in your pocket, so it is what it is. The next difference, and oh man, this is a really small difference, and I almost went out to the garage and grabbed like my calipers, but the blade thickness. We are a hair thicker for blade stock on the 21 than the 31, and I don't really know what that is. I believe you me, guys. Like, I kind of went back and forth with it for a while, but it is just several thousandths thicker on the 21 than it is the 31. So that's going to be another difference. All right, the next difference that I noticed, so, Chris Reeve Sebenza is writ large, and one of the things that I love about them, again, contrast that to a Strider SNG, getting your thumb in here can kind of feel a little bit labor intensive, but what I love about the Sebenza is they have this cutout right here, and certainly the cutout on the 31 is much more pronounced than it is on the 21. You can see it right there. I'll post a picture. So they definitely, again, whether you want to call it beveled, chamfered, whatever, you're going to have more of a ramp on the 31 than you will the 21. To be honest with you, I kind of like the 21. Like, I don't need to kind of like ease into finding the lock bar. I like the 21 where it's just like, yep, hey, here she is, and you lock in. So that's definitely, it's gonna be another difference. The next difference that I noticed between the 21 and the 31 is kind of, and actually I'll grab the PJ just because you can see it better, but I'm kind of calling it like this lanyard accommodation work on the 31. So they ended up, and I'll post a picture, but they ended up doing some chamfering behind this like last spacer here on the 31. They did not do that on the 21, so that's going to be another difference. The last difference between these two knives, and again, I'm scraping the bottom of this, is going to be the script here. So obviously you have Idaho made on both of these. The script is going to be more squished on the 21 than it is the 31. So they actually kind of spread it out for the 31. That Idaho made script is going to be a little bit more mashed on the 21. So yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, those are going to be the differences. And that concludes my comparison of the Chris Reeve Large Sebenza 21 versus the Large Sebenza 31. All in all, I mean, there really aren't many differences at all, and yeah, maybe I'm missing something, and I'm totally off base with it, but those were the differences that I could see, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of digging the 21. Like, I really do love the simplicity of it. There were a few machining changes to the 31, but other than that, I mean, you're basically looking at the same knife. So I would say if you can get a good deal on a 21, if it's cheaper than a 31, definitely go that route. So with that, appreciate you all tuning in, and we will see you next time.